everybody, I'm here with Lou Remilard, and this is one of my videos on educators and entrepreneurs. Lou here is an entrepreneur. He owns his own restaurant, Crepe Expectations. We're actually in his brand new restaurant. It's a bigger location that he just opened. And so if you hear a little noise in the background, there's some construction still going on. It's an awesome place to go eat. He's been on the Food Network with it, and a lot of other accolades that have gone along with his skills in cooking. But today we're going to interview him a little bit on what he thinks is important skills for kids to have to be successful in life. So my first question is, what do you think is the most important skill kids should learn in school today for their future?
The very honest answer to that is to perseverance. As a young child, I find that teaching Noah, which is my son, the most I teach him is that you're gonna fail. At all times in life, you are going to fail. But that is because you have set goals that are not yet reachable. And as a young man, I try to teach him that setting a goal to be able to do something is the ultimate end game. We want something, so we set that goal to achieve it. Now, we may not achieve it the very first try, the second try, or even the fifth try. That isn't exactly how things are going to go. What we do know, though, is that if we put our head down and we put our actions into place, that we can achieve those goals through practice, through perseverance, and eventually they will come to fruition. No matter what they are, as unreasonable and unbelievable as you possibly can set a goal, if you set your mind to it and work hard, those goals are attainable.
Great, I couldn't agree. Perseverance is definitely a skill that we want all of our children to have. What skill from school do you use the most with your current job?
That's fun because I'm
gonna touch this backpack real quick, okay?
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Take my sweater.
Please do.
You want this in here?
No, yeah, that can.
Yeah, like I said, construction is going on right now as we speak. But so the question again is, what skill from school do you use most now, current running your business?
I have 3 degrees. I have 3 degrees in situations where they're different. I have a double major in accounting and marketing, a minor in international business, and a culinary education degree as well. But from the school aspect of it, I use math 90% of my day. It is one of those things where I do understand that it is important to be able to communicate between people, but there are lots of different ways to communicate. I understand that it's different. It's important to know how to write something down in report form. Mm-hmm. But again, there are many different avenues to that ultimate end game. But with math, it's black and white. 2 plus 2 is 4 every single time.
Yes, sir.
With language, communication skills, everybody's got a different way to do it. Mm-hmm. So as you progress in life, you learn to communicate with different people in different ways. Mm-hmm. So that's an ever-evolving avenue of your life. You are always going to be learning new ways to communicate, because some people react better to positive reinforcement, some people react better to negative reinforcement, some people close down when put in public situations and open up and blossom in more intimate and private situations. Mm-hmm. Others are just the opposite of that. But with math, it's a yes and no answer.
Yes, sir.
It is always one of those things. And I use, from the most basic math, the 2 plus 2 is 4, mm-hmm. all the way up to, any sort of a Pythagorean theorem or a theorem or more advanced math, as you'll learn later on in life. Mm-hmm. But that is what I find every day, no matter what part of the day I'm going through. I will be using math in a situation where it is a black and white situation. I need to know a definitive correct answer or a definitive incorrect answer. And I find that to be the most important part. Even the most basics the very least basics that these children are learning nowadays at a much younger age than we did.
Yes, sir.
Those are the important things in the day of from an educational standpoint. You know, from a personal standpoint, that's completely a completely different answer. But as you, what did I take away and what do I use most from school? Definitely the math section of learning that.
Next question. What skill do you look from when you're hiring a new employee?
There's fun. The number one thing I look for. Now, I have hired people from all backgrounds, all ethnicities, all sexes, I got them all that work for me at this very moment, as a matter of fact.
Yes, sir.
Are you trustworthy? Do I feel comfortable allowing you in my bubble? Because where we're sitting right now is my bubble.
Yes, sir.
Okay, from that front door to that back door, this is mine. This is my comfort zone, and this is what I will protect with from every moment of my being. It's for my wife, it's for my son, and it's for me, you know. So this is my bubble. And for me to allow someone to come in, and it's not just monetary, do I trust you with the money, do I trust you to be able to use the equipment in a safe way? Do I trust you to be able to, if I'm not looking, are you still gonna clean it correctly? Are you still gonna sanitize it correctly? Are you gonna do the right procedures that we have in step to ensure the safety of everyone? Not just when I'm in front of you, but when I'm not in front of you too. And that's the beginning. Every relationship I find that I begin in, an employee and an employer relationship is a definite a relationship. It is a symbiotic relationship where it's you do good for me, I do good for you kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
It's the employers that don't see that, that fail and that don't keep employees. Now, I've had this restaurant for 7.5 years now. I've lost 2 employees. One of them was 18 years old and he was going to college. The other was 27 years old and she was pregnant. She's downstairs right now working for me again, now that she's had the baby.
Yes, sir.
And took her time off that she needed to be with her family. She came back.
Yes, sir.
There's a reason. Because A, I'm going to take care of them. I am going to look out for them, and I'm going to make sure that they feel comfortable giving me the best that they got. And I feel comfortable that they're going to do whatever it is necessary to make this place successful, even when I'm not here.
Yes, sir.
Now, there can be lots of people that are better qualified, more education, better history, you know. Is somebody that is 24 years old coming out of culinary school looking for their first or second job, are they worse because they're not 38 and had 14 years experience? No. But that first hour that we sit down at an interview, am I comfortable with you or am I leery about it? And that's a personal feeling, that's a gut.
Yes, sir.
You won't get to the second interview if I'm not comfortable in that first interview.
Yes, sir. So I think you answered this already. Did you graduate from
Yes,
college?
sir. Yes, sir. I
Okay.
did, but you know, that college isn't always for everyone.
Uh-huh.
There are lots of different avenues of education.
Okay.
That being said, there are technical schools or vocational schools. Please, those are very important avenues of education as well. Don't ever take anything away from. My cousin was just here. He's a retired Marine, and he's a helicopter mechanic. He went to a vocational school, never went to regular college. He went and got, because he wanted to build engines.
Yes, sir.
Do I believe that there's somebody more educated than him because they went to a 4-year college? No. That man knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows how to make those things go.
Yes, sir.
You know, so college can mean a lot of things. We don't have to call it college. We can call it advanced education, we can call it further education, or we can just call it life.
Yes, sir.
Because as you grow, that is your college.
Yes, sir.
That is your education. Your education is coming from the real world. And don't think that these people that went to college have any advance over you.
Okay.
Half the time, you got the advantage over them because you have more practical experience. And I believe that this walk we call life is considered college because it is furthering my education every day. I'm 42 and I've been graduated from college for a long time, and you know, that's I learned more in the past 3 months than I learned in 3 years of college. I can promise you that.
So I think you got that one. All right. So if a child wanted to, or a parent wanted to guide their child and go into the exact same field you were, open their own restaurant, what would you recommend their number one thing that they'd be studying or learning?
Start with your math and go with it. This business in itself is run every single day on numbers. You have income and you have outgo. Okay? Your money, your time, your effort, your people, your desire, your drive, that is all income. But everything you do all day long from the time you walk in is outgo to make this place successful. And I'm not just referring to money. Granted, money is a big thing in this game. But the numbers of, if you want to be successful, trust me and believe this. If you want to be successful, you give 100%, 100% of the time. Okay? Now those are two very, very big numbers because you can't go past that.
Yeah.
Okay? You give everything you got to attain those goals, to attain the feeling that I get every day. When I close these doors, I'm tired. When I open these doors, I'm excited. Because I give everything I got to make sure that the people have the best experience that they possibly can have in the time allotted for them. Now, granted, they may be here an hour, hour and a half. So if I can make you smile, make you enjoy, and show you the best thing I possibly can for that hour and a half, I gave you 100%. That is a number for me. Because if I gave you 75%, you would only leave 75% happy. Well, now you've already just cut yourself short. You didn't give them the best you got. And everybody deserves your best. Everybody at all times deserves your best. If you can leave an impression on somebody stating that you gave him 100%, no matter good or bad, success or failure, you gave 100%, they know that they will come back to you again because that's who gave them the best they got. So they're going to return.
Yes, sir.
That is what I try to teach Noah, and what I try to teach my wife is that no matter what I do, no matter what, I'm going to give it all I got.
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, if it's tying my shoes to taking a shower to making somebody's day happy, or just to changing somebody's life walking down the street, I'm going to give you everything I got, because at the end of the day, I'm going to go to bed knowing that I did the best I could. And that to me is self-fulfillment. So that's reaching my 100% meter inside of me.
Yes, sir.
And if I only give 75%, that means I can never get above that 75% meter. And I don't want to let myself down, because nobody does it for me but me.
Yes, sir. So it sounds like you almost answered my next question, was what skill do you contribute the most to your success? It sounds like your effort, or being 100%.
100, give it all you got.
Give it all you got.
Don't leave anything.
So, and then I have one more question onto that is, what do you influence, or who influenced you to always do that?
My dad.
Your dad.
Without a doubt.
I
am a mama's boy, don't get me wrong. I am the apple of my mother's eye, and my mother is the same for me. And I have always been a mama's boy, but the man that showed me how to be me and has given me that guidance without verbal, but showed me. Didn't say, hey, do it like this, but don't do it exactly like this. He just did it. And I did it. And I tried to teach my son that this is how we do these things. So the most influence in my life, my father. You know, I believe that family is a huge part of life. No matter what, your success and failure in your life a lot of times comes from the success and failures that you have around you. And there's nobody around you more than your family.
Yes, sir.
You know, if there is, those people are considered your family.
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, I got best friends of mine that have.
Your family.
They are my family.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, and they've been there just as much as true blood. But surround yourself with successful people and learn from those people and teach those people along the way, and we all win.
Yes, sir.
And we do. We become. I can't say that everything in life is a team, because as you and I both know, we come from backgrounds where, yeah, we were on a team, but this is a very individual sport.
Yes, sir.
Very individual way of life, and what you do is a way of your life. What I did was a way of my life. Yes, we were both on a team, but yes, we competed for ourselves.
Yes, sir.
And that is something that you have to understand, that as a father, I'm trying to show my son, not tell my son, but show my son that being a good role model and doing it the right way is better than the alternative. So that the situations that he faces is just like my father. My father didn't have the same grow up. Yeah, we were both 5 at one time, but things didn't happen the same for us. Yeah, we were both 10 at one point in our lives, but yeah, situations were different. My son is in that same situation. He's gonna be 10 just like I was, but I don't expect him to be the exact same situation as me. So rather than me say, you have to do it like this, this is the only way it can be done, this is what's right and this is what's wrong, I show him this is a successful way. This is the way I've learned to do it in the past. This is the way I apply it to today. If you leave a good example for the generation behind you, that generation will hopefully leave the good example for that further generation. And to be very honest, that is what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
My dad, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather. These are all legacies passed down. What it is to be a man and what it is to be successful doesn't mean I got a bunch of money, I drive a fancy car, I live in a gigantic house. I don't. But I do have fulfillment, I do have success, and I do have the ability to teach a younger one how to achieve goals that he thinks are unrealistic.
Yes, sir.
And that's it.
All right, that was a fantastic interview. Thank you very much.
pleasure.
I think we got there's a ton of great details and gold in a lot of the stuff he was saying. So I hope everybody takes the time, watches it, enjoys this video. And again, thank you for taking your time out.
Take care. God bless. Nicely done, Wade.